Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His guys losers a week ago trying to get back into the win column here. His counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Arizona. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and for this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand they're going to come into today's game and have some success. They've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency with this passing.
First down.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams. They're going to work this down inside the 45. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it. First carry of the game to Blake Ward. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
The motion man is Nakua. They'll stay on the ground with Bill. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, it's Stafford. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Stafford going to give it to Core. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Core. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got it.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And the Rams will take a 3-0 lead.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, will take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Short on that, he's got Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just shy of the
A
goal line.
lengthy opening
That's a gain
drive.
of 4.
Now comes to this.
Brings up
It
third
is
and
third
2.
down. And he will drive his way into the end zone. That you Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this looks like a completely different offense from a week ago. They just couldn't get anything going. Their self-inflicted penalties, the opposing team really had their way with them. But they looked really sharp. They had a great opening script. They executed it to perfection. And then not only to sustain possession, Mike, but so important nowadays is to win those possessions in the red zone and come away with 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. Will be brought down just shy of midfield.
14 yards.
A gain of 14. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here.
On the play.
Second and
Brings
10.
up second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
On the play.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson.
Complete to
From the
Christian
33,
Watson.
here's second and 5.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
And back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
Throwing now from the gun. Catch made. Right side. By Wilson.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second
Now
and 4.
some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. They get the former first-rounder Olufasinu. Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson right side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Number 18, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a gain of 7.
He'll drop to throw.
Third and 2.
That's holding at the 2. To the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Arizona. Touchdown number 9 for the year. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals come right back to tie it at 7.
The game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. There you see Sean McVay, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Rams. His team heading back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. throw. Stafford. Caught left side. That's Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football from the 31. Here is 2nd and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Throw to right flat. It is caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
Now a run for points. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the down.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Rams first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Rams.
They'll run straight ahead of 12. And he'll get him out 5.
For the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
From the 46.
It's a pickup
Here's
of
2nd
6.
and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. They'll look the shot of midfield on 2nd and 9. The shotgun snaps to Stafford. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Intended for.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it route-side airplay. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
That's another.
Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be careful with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Stafford. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
8 yards.
Zaven Collins. He gets in for a sack. It took a while. That is his first on the year. The tight end Ertz in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
Going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. That one thrown complete. Watson on the RPO. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A run down on 2nd down. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst first, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. It's a gain of 34.
44-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screens. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down. From the 38 now, here's second and 4.
Pickup brings up second and 4.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. D'Angelo Malone getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
Taken by Njoku. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
That's another Cardinals.
Now they'll set up to throw. Downfield by Harrison. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Right back to Harrison. He's got him again.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short game.
They'll look to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us 2-minute warning.
Third and goal.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. Full throttle, and he's in! Touchdown, Cardinals! 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Here's Ertz. He's got it right side. They face second down and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford to the left side. Adams has it. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He finds the veteran Ertz. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
4 more yards. That's another Rams first down.
Stafford to throw again. A quick throw taken in by Brown. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
And in motion is Brown. Throwing again is Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Very good. Good conversion on third down.
That's
Now a
another
timeout Rams. That's number 2.
First down.
As they'll stop it with
First
just
and
over
10.
40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Stafford. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up
It's a
first
gain of 14
and goal.
yards. And the Rams first down. A gain of 14.
You find yourself in these 2-minute
down,
drills, Mike.
Los
They're pretty
Angeles.
critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Going to the end zone, but incomplete.
Intended for Puka Nakua. Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. It is put in the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Rams.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. It's complete to Watson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Arizona will take its first time out.
Good.
Stop as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. Quick smash into the hands of Wilson. Now it's out. 7 seconds left in this first half.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Back to throw. Good snap, worked in by Watson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
55-yard attempt.
Harden's kick is good. And the Cardinals get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. The calendar now reads December. The holiday season is upon us, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Let's get into it. Our swing around the NFL starts now. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars at home to take on the Colts in the AFC South. And here's the 3-time All-Pro, DeAndre Hopkins. They'll get it out to him on an RPO and watch him do work. 64 yards for the touchdown. The Colts come away with a victory. They win by 6. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Dak Prescott. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Steelers come away with an 8-point victory. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Dameon Pierce. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. The Falcons get their 3rd win as they come away with the victory. One last look now at the Week 14 scoreboard, the final week with byes. Carolina, New England, the Giants, and San Francisco all off this week. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
points. All that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes a return from the 5. Good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cards offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Good work there defensively. Wrapped it away, and the pass falls incomplete.
Michael Wilson.
Trying to get it to Michael Wilson
Brings
that
up
time.
2nd and 10.
And it'll lead to a 2nd down. And it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chain.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Hill look to
Brings
throw.
up 2nd and 4.
Outside by Wilson. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Gain of 6.
And they're going to get to him and take him down and take him back to the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his own
Impressive
49.
play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he nearly got free. But as it is,
He was
gain of 6.
Jared
But it
Burks.
sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
He'll drop the throw.
these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The motion man is Nakua. On first down, Stafford. Open man, that's Adams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Stafford now on second down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Didn't know something was the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Information for the Rams.
And he couldn't get that one to check out. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The open man is Wilson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
21 yards.
Not just the first down, but reception number 70 on the
First
season.
and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Left side, he's got the Njoku. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. Now to take him down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough
Gain of
for a
4
first down.
yards.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard
A
line.
gain of 24
That's
more
the
yards.
second time they found him on this drive. And this one's good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
And the Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That is caught by the tight end. David Njoku. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
24. Rams 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. very good kick line. Returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. They'll get this out at the 30-yard line. There you see Sean McVay, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Rams. His team heading back onto the field. The deficit is 10, 24-14. Work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And a good run there. Give him 5 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run out of the gun with 12. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. 1st down,
And the
LA.
Rams, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
This is Core. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 32.
Running forward is Core. And a much better result here. Getting 7. And it sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Six. The motion man is Nakua. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll knock him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard
They'll work
pickup
now on
brings
2nd
up
and
2nd
4.
and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw to the left side in the hands of Watson. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get Too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
They'll look to throw again.
the 47.
It's caught by Harrison right side. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's another Cardinals first
A lot
down.
could go wrong anytime you
First and
decide
10
to
at
put
the
the ball
30-yard
in the
line.
air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling
It's a pickup
practice. So
of 3.
I like the balance of
Brings up
making the
second
defense
and
defend
7.
everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
This
the play.
to the 20.
Brings up third
Here's
down
third
and
down.
7.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the safety. Cameron Curl.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with the ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you're going to gain that experience the hard way.
They go play action with Scotty. That's going to be incomplete. Very scouted. That's going to bring it second down.
It's second down and 10.
A run for the forward. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down.
Illegal block in the back.
Let's check on the
Offense.
call. There's a handoff to Corral. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
48-yard
The
line.
Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw. That one caught by Wilson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third down.
Don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Cardinals first down.
They'll come up here. First
at the 20-yard
and 10.
line.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts.
And 12.
And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Now the timeout Rams, that's number 2. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8.
That's a gain of 8.
And sets up
Makes it third and 4.
So with these RPOs, Mike, it really just comes down to trusting your quarterback to make split-second decisions and make the right read. And if you don't, you kind of just waste the down, and that's what we saw here.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Rams offense getting things in order as they try out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup. That is enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Rams 1st down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's into the hands of Corey. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st and good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 6. And the Rams 1st down. It's a gain of 6. And the Rams 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. To the left side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st down throw for Stafford. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Stafford now on 2nd down. Nakua snags it over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Rams 1st down.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say, so long from Glendale.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason,
there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar. It is the city of rock and roll. Man in the footsteps of rock legends of the past. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. On the Titans sideline, there's head coach Brian Callahan. These guys looking forward to that draft, not the playoffs, just 3 wins this season. On the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Browns, Kevin Stefanski. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. From the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Chimere DK on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss. He was 0-1. One hit, touchdown. They
Gain of 10
intend
yards.
to rectify both.
And the Titans
He's set to go now from the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Tennessee.
First down, and they go right back to it. And good for a gain of 4. It's second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keep in mind the scoreboard, and that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Escapes a defender. He's brought down before the returner gets far. Here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting into the end zone. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He does that again here. They should be wins.
4 yards on the pickup.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. On the right side. Caught by Fanning. Now a small gain up to about the 32. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
That's a gain
All
of
plays
3.
on the table here for third and 3. It's coming for Rodgers. Dumped off to his running back. He'll get taken down after raising this to the 37. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
4 yards. And the Browns first down.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down
Behind
play.
the line of scrimmage.
All right,
It's
here
a
we go.
loss of a
Second
yard.
down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Hits it through the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought it down inside the opposing 30.
That's good.
This play goes for 36. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game to get good.
He's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play.
14 more yards.
And that's a Browns first down.
Another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Another one for Jenkins. His progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. They're just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see. A defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead. And good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down now, Rodgers. It's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got. Now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that Kate playing as severe underdogs on the road. How they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
That one right down the middle. The Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchdown. It's at the 25-yard line. Ryan Callahan getting his Titans offense out for another drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. I'll start this one on the ground. Moving the leaders through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Case, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They give to Pollard from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. It's brought in by Calvin Ridley. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans cut it to a load of points on the scoreboard. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player done. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Slow snap, and they're in to block it. The Browns have it. But after all that running, nothing comes of it. He's taken down deep on the other side of the field, and we'll get nothing more than blocked extra points. Here's a return from the 7. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. And in the closing stretch of this season, right now he is poised to finish as the league leader in receiving yards. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And then cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's across midfield.
Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And 3rd down. Dylan Sampson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10.
They'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. To Sampson here up the middle. Rob for the first down he met. No gain on that first down run.
He was brought down by Cedric Gray.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're looking to throw with Rodgers. Complete to Fannin. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the ground here with Sampson. Shoots away from him. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead to 7.
You know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. And not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Carl soon now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns follow their lead to 8.
Browns 14, Titans 6.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Now it's toss. It's Pollard. And he starts quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. That lead to some shuffle around here in the playbook. And a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ward off the play fake. Defensive play. Giant moves incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 8 yards to go.
Air it out on 3rd. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. Brown's got it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. Each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. At that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, knows an answer for that defensive pressure.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. He's got a touchdown in this game, as we see now, and that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. And off here to Sampson. Looks like they give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Rodgers from the gun. Short pass brought in. Short pickup to their own 31. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Rodgers set to pass. He has the first from the middle. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QB's want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
A pickup of 17. And that's a Browns 1st down. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Here's a design run. He's got it in the red zone. That's Chuck with a nice 21 long. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
21 more yards. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
And off to Sampson. And there's the the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them out.
It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns lead by 14. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, we're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Browns lead by 15 now.
21. Titans 6.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here's DK. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense.
28-yard line.
They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's an option right that begins this drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, we call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, stops at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, and they're going to have to fall back, try and power forward. We'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Titans first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
There's a bit of Cardinal that even through all these interceptions this year appreciates the gunslinging nature of this rookie quarterback. But the other side of me knows that when you get a narrative written about you and you become turnover prone, that can be a really tough narrative to change.
Head coach Kevin Stefanski readying the Browns for their next series. And coming off their second red zone touchdown of this game, Brock. Making 2 of 3 so far now. They will take that percentage every week if they can.
Yeah, championship-level teams, Kate, are usually 75%. I know that's a C+ in school, not very good, but that's championship football. 2 of 3, you're certainly near that mark.
Running right side. And no gain after the catch, but the gain still out across midfield. They're to the 45.
First down.
Play action here with Rodgers. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Browns with the lead here from Huntington Bank Field. First down throw here by Rodgers. Go left side, finds Fanning. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
That's another Browns first down.
It's Sampson on the carry. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
Number 3,
They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Sampson. He'll get them enough for a first down. Now we have a member of the Titans injured after the play and in need of some assistance. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Touchdown, Cleveland. Browns racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns grow the lead now to 22 points.
Titans 6.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. As this at the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans take it over. Not much time remaining in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. All right, working from the gun to Suggs. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throw here for Ward. Left side, caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A shotgun, it's Ward. Ridley makes the grab downfield. He has this down to the 34. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll have here 1st and 10 from the 34.
The Titans first down.
Gun, it's Ward. Right back to Ridley, caught again. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2-3 now. Again, Ward going to the air. Nowhere open on that play, so he's going to check this to another county. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
To the air with Ward. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Well, we're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on a field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. 4th down, here's Ward. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
On the play. And the Titans first down.
And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker try out for a try just before we reach halftime.
Tennessee field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Slide's kick is up and good. And one does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to stop this one off. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports
Our look around the
report.
NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home to take on the Colts in the AFC South. And they get it to nuke DeAndre Hopkins. We see so many of these, a run-pass option. They go for the pass, and it was the right decision. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Colts win a wild one. Defense optional here. They go on to get the victory. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's the back-to-back-to-back-to-back Pro Bowler, CeeDee Lamb. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Cowboys needed this one, and they got it. A victory that helps them keep pace in the NFC wildcard race. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who are going to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That was first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kevin Winston with the INT. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Brian Callahan getting his Titans offense out for another drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 here. Ward. That'll be incomplete to start the new second downs.
Intended for
To the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Completed over the middle. And he's got enough for midfield and into Browns territory. The line, here's third and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Who throw this one? Ward. Escapes the pocket. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback. You can scramble for the first.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Browns and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Connects on the closer. And he is persuaded to go to the Browns just as he gets us up past the 30-yard line. First and 10 from the 32.
16 yards. And the Browns first down.
Judkins out the middle. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Zone read, this is Judkins. And he'll be brought down too shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That one gains 7. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. On the out route, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
A gain of
First down now, ball at the 33.
That's another Browns first down.
Handoff now, and Judkins. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
He was brought down.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Another gain to Judkins. He's out the clear. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone block inside the 15.
A gain of
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
That's another Browns first down.
Judkins running between the tackles. And he's in. It's a clearing touchdown. The Browns can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, he put 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Titans take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Ward off the play fake. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
That's good.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Early now on first down. Ward. He's got over here on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Second and manageable. He's throwing. That's him on a quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A 7-yard gain. And the Titans first
First
and
and 10. It's Pollard. This draws him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third and 4 coming up now. Ward. Pass complete to Robinson. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Offense is set. First and 10.
21 yards. That's another Titans.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
In the red zone now.
If you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. And that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Again on second to Pollard. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
It's going to throw here on third. And he's got it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the third. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And this one quickly not off the mark. He gets it to go.
The score, Browns 35, Titans 16.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Browns and Aaron Rodgers head back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Browns first down.
And the Browns first down. First and 10.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Judkins. Saw it lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers off the play action. And the sack forces him out front for third down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now third down.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the fourth quarter. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, third down. Caught by his running back, Judkins. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They got 21 yards on the play. That's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, Judkins. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
One for Judkins. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Rodgers from the gun. Finds him on the slant. He'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 34. Short pass ball in. He's out of bounds. It looks like they might have a shot block. They're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. That one's caught. Judy has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's Judkins on first down. And he's going to score a touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead.
42, Titans 16.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here's DK. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. The stuck is well, the Brown collar. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block on the ball. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. The middle, here goes Pollard. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 17-yard line.
On the gun, it's Ward. He's got to push one deep down. It connects on the deep shot. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up too.
Myles Garrett.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Defender runs wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throw, 3rd and long. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
A loss of 9
Terrific
yards.
zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Fourth and forever coming up. Desperation time here. Going deep here for the end zone. And man is there to knock it away. Great defense. Not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And with precious little time remaining in our season, he's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. Firing quickly as Rodgers completes. He's going to take him down a yard shy of the 25. Giving 13 on that play. That's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
And the Browns.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing
First
game.
and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Judkins. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. And the draw here with Judkins. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. And it brings up 3rd down.
Cody Barton on the stop. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Carlson's kick is good. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
On return, here's DK. And this drive will start inside the 25. Brian Callahan getting his Titans offense out for another drive. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Slot man's in motion right. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
Made by Myles Garrett.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Ward setting the pass. Ridley makes the grab downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running right, here's Pollard. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Tony Pollard.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means.
It's a
One that keeps you on schedule. It takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Another run here for Pollard on 2nd down. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the change, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He's able to get Ridley complete. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
10 yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of line that keeps the defense from loading up the coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound. The Browns take the win at home. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason,
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. And these guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. His counterpart on the Raiders sideline, Pete Carroll. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. And off we go from Las Vegas. Return up past the 30. And a good return. Able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something
After
like
last week.
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And they will run with the second-round pick from Akers Drive. And some room to run now. Broncos score. R.J. Hardy, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's
he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
25-yard line.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the keeper. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Into about the 40-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 14 yards is the pickup for the Raider first.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now in Denver territory at the 46. A run straight ahead with Jeanty. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down.
The Raiders are 3 and 9 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing the best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
3-yard loss on the play.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole, the punt for the Raiders.
Punt formation for the
Marvin
Raiders.
Mims deep for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Broncos take
so now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Up 2nd and 4.
On the play fake, Nix. And he's got his man on stride. Complete. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Nix. Over the middle of the field, he's got an incomplete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Broncos first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
Here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Back at the 21-yard
so their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's somewhere on the short side of things, not deep downfield that can hurt your defense.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Nix to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Broncos first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Nix going to give to Hardy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Manning hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Tackled by Clay Walker. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
again, it's Harvey. Able to slither by. And the Broncos are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
1st and goal at the 10.
Harvey now, 1st and 10. Near the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll go play action with Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and
they'll try and throw. Here's Nix. It's clean. Touchdown, Denver. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Looks good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved here. He'll hit the out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
First down.
On the give, Gianti. And bulldozing his way through. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down.
Once again, it's Gianti. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Gianti. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Jonte Barron on the tackle. Brings up
they'll try to sneak it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He's going to keep this again. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Broncos 7-yard line.
Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. Raiders are back within a score. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, no matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A dangerous return man showing it here. A pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On play action, here's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
That's good.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. To throw is Nix. And he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Cortland Sutton. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
out of the
inches.
gun, around with Harvey. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they're doing.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Wants to try and end the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21.
So that drive consumes
Raiders
9
7.
plays all told. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So they have to be able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know one big play that gets them right back up to that
24-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He's got room past the 30. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
And 2.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Operating from the gun. Mendoza. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of 3.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw again. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These two division rivals have come to late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Short throw, caught by Bowers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw again. Pass to Bowers once again. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
It's 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop the throw. And it's going to be batted down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd and 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, and that time, well for a solid gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. A gain of 7.
Throwing Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete
to number 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Brings up
back to the air with Nix.
Over the middle,
complete. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and
so they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And it's knocked away. Incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our swing around the NFL starts now. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars at home to take on the Colts in the AFC South. And here's the 3-time All-Pro, DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. A break for the touchdown. The Colts win a barn burner, plenty of points to go around, but they come out on top. Over to Charm City now. Check in on the Ravens as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's Dak Prescott. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Steelers come away with the win, 14-6. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Dameon Pierce. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. The Falcons come away with the victory, this one in front of their home crowd. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To throw is Mendoza. Throwing to start the drive.
Mendoza's
only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give out of the gun to Genty. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 73 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive lineman job they just did?
Key that A-gap usually on those runs.
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
He's dropped right at the 40. Down to 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that will beat our tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40.
And a Raider first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Mendoza. This one complete to Carl Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' up there at 22.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I got the answers to the test before the game even begins. This guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game, and so far he's passing with flying colors.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Mendoza. And they'll bring him down at the 15-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd
Operating from the ground. Mendoza. Got a incomplete to Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
These guys run back out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a Las Vegas first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Genty. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought just shy of the goal
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
You're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score they had against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
No gain on the play.
Here's Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jay Harvey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. This offense, they were dynamic in the first.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game.
Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Mendoza now throwing to start the drive. That's the more to take in. And getting 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. They'll get this out to Genty. Get this one across the job before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Raiders
first down. He'll drop to throw it.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And the the catch is made. Now a chance to make that big play ready here. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
That's another Raiders.
Now they're going to run a little pop pass here. Touchdown. Charles Bush, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it. Just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it lines up 6 points. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. On the ground, it's Hardy to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
to throw. Here's Hicks. And it's Sutton. And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
That's good for Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 97 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
First down.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. Giving the football on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get in to the promised land for everyone. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now it's Nix. Maybe he hits him in stride. That is going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Broncos first down.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Nix to the air. Setting up a screen for Harvey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
R.J. Harvey. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 14.
Action to Nix.
At the 21-yard line.
Left side, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and goal, Denver.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll get blown behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
A loss of 3.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. In motion left goes Sutton. Off the play fake, here's Nix. This will be caught at about the 6. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Brings up third.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And trying to go down back at the 12. Finally moved on for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time it forced him to take him 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by quarterback.
And goes his pass.
So result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Pickup brings up second and 2.
Operating for the gun. Mendoza. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
By Savion
Call it a
Jones.
loss of 5. A big sack to bring up
Brings
third
up third down and 7.
And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. Now they're getting their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They're trying to increase the pressure.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And a Raider first down.
On first down, it's Jensen. And the edge is forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now Mendoza operating from the gun. Short throw coming on the bounce. And they get to it after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. The pass taken in by Miller. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 19th line.
Drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down inside the 10. It's so close. He gets it to the rim. Out of bounds right there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw again. It is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score.
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Look at the juke. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Harvey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock them down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing Nix. Over the middle and complete to Water. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively.
10 yards.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
The tackle made by
the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time at the top.
Inches.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. He's got a little daylight. Now he's loose again. R.J. Harvey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
Makes the score.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Shifts past him. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own
this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's 2nd down and 3.
18. Jack Pesh. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. He'll be brought down by the Broncos definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
And 8.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Here comes second down. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A big play needed, no doubt.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Back to throw. Mendoza. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for Denver, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.